I married my high school sweetheart, and it ended with him almost pissing on my head. My 22 F, now ex-husband, 22 M, ended our marriage by almost pissing on my head. A little backstory. We started dating at age 16. After graduating, he joined the military. We got married at 18, then moved across the country together. Our marriage was rocky from the start, but I held out hope that things would get better. God, was I wrong? He was a heavy drinker in high school, but after joining the military, he didn't touch any alcohol unless he was on leave and knew it wouldn't impact his work. When he did drink, he drank a lot. As we got closer to age 21, the drinking became more frequent. After he hit the legal drinking age, all bets were off. This man would get off a 24-hour duty shift and crack open a beer or mixed vodka as early as 9:00 a.m. Keep in mind, I would be heading off to work for the day, and I never knew what I would be coming home to. On other occasions, we would go out together to socialize with friends, and he would get blackout drunk every single time. Or he would go out to drink with his friends while I was working and come home covered in vomit, slurring his words, eyes half open. You get the picture. All of these blackout days, nights, I would stay up all night holding a bucket in front of his face, catching his vomit, tucking pillows around him and pulling him back on his side so he wouldn't choke. Knowing he had alcohol poisoning on multiple occasions and not being able to take him to the hospital because it could impact his career, I just stayed up watching over him. On the nights I thought I was safe to fall asleep, I would be woken up to him butt-ass naked crawling across the floor, throwing up like a cat, in his attempt to make to the bathroom. Please note, I would be the one to clean the vomit out of the carpet because he would be passed out for God knows how long. There are many gross and horrifying stories I could share, but I'll get to the story that ended our marriage. Please note that I had stuck with him through years of this. Offering help, offered counseling. We had many conversations. I had threatened to leave, but no changes were made. He said this was normal, and to this day he truly believes he does not have a drinking problem. Here we go. At this stage in our marriage, I had moved into the spare room due to some trauma from a previous incident and needed some space. This particular night, I had one of my close friends staying with us. I gave her the spare room and I stayed in the room with him. He had gone out for drinks with friends. My friend and I had already gone up to bed. In the middle of the night, I hear loud crashing and banging throughout the house. Just him getting home and trying to make it up the stairs. I kept my eyes closed and tried to go back to sleep. He proceeds to strip down to nothing and crawl into bed. Sometime later, I'm woken up to the sound of pee hitting the pillow right behind my head. I flew out of bed to see this man standing up against the bed holding his dick, pissing directly on the pillows. I threw the blankets back and yelled, "What are you doing? Stop!" Yelling his name to get him to stop. My voice shaking along with my whole body. I was in shock. He then put one hand up at me, the other one still holding himself, and yes, still peeing, eyes half open and slurring his words, yells back at me, "Calm the fuck down. Why are you always like this? You need to calm the fuck down." This was the moment for me. I screamed at him, "I'm done. I can't do this anymore." He then proceeded to get back into bed and fell asleep in his own filth. I went into the spare room to wake my friend and asked to stay with her. She held me tight as the shaking slowed and the tears stopped falling. In the morning, I went back into the room to check on him. He was curled up on the floor in the fetal position, still naked. I said to myself again, "I'm done," and I left him there. Follow or subscribe.